We got a saying around these neck of the woods, and that is put that in your pipe and smoke it. That's the Inspirationals Quartet of Texas. And what do you say about that sound? I mean, what in the world can you say but good grief? What a wall of sound from those four guys. Man, Rulapal, you know, he's always been a great tenor. Let's face it, one of the greatest tenors we've ever had in this world, but he's just on another level. He's on another plane with these guys. It's kind of speechless. It makes me kind of speechless. And I'm completely speechless when I sit there and I can say on the air that they're on my label and I produce them. Man, that's blessed. The producer of the Inspirationals Quartet of Texas and Voice of Truth Quartet and the Old Time Preachers Quartet. I'd put our grouping of quartet up against any label. Now, like the Old Time Preachers Quartet, you're not going to hear that in a lot of radio stations. If anybody's got a brain, they're going to play the Inspirationals Quartet of Texas. I don't care if they're on the contemporary side or more traditional or both or whatever. Anybody who doesn't play the Inspirationals Quartet of Texas, and for that matter, the Voice of Truth Quartet, they need to have their Southern Gospel radio card revoked. Anyway, I guess maybe I'm opinionated on some things. I'm opinionated on that. That's for sure. So if you like that, and surely you did, and you would like to have them come to your church, just go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the talent agency button, fill out that little form. Honestly, it's less than 15 seconds and you're done. And we'll get to work on getting them to come and be a blessing to you. Sure enough. And by the way, same thing with all the other folks that you've heard that you hear on the station that is on our label, part of our agency. Williamson's, Barry Rowland and Deliverance, Fields of Grace, Marksman McBride's on the bluegrass side, yours truly. That'd be great. We'll come. And evangelistic services, we're all preachers. I'll preach one night, we sing. Adam will preach one night, we sing. Right on down, all four of us. So, you know, if that's of interest, fill out that form. Let's get it going. And something that's kind of similar. Let me throw this out. And I've mentioned it a time or two over the last 2 days. Here's one way that you, if you're a group or a singer, or your church, if you're a pastor in your church, here's one way you can support Real Southern Gospel Radio. Would you consider doing a benefit singing, not using any of our artists? Just, I mean, you can use local folks, local groups, local artists, folks from your own church. Just have a good old-fashioned sing, maybe even just a hymn sing. Pass the hat and let the proceeds go to the radio station to help fund the expenses of the radio station. So then it's not you don't have to dig deep into your personal account. I mean, you can get you can get your entire church involved. If you're a singing group, you can get maybe your home church involved, or maybe just orchestrate it yourself and get a community of churches involved. And we will help you to advertise that. We'll help you to advertise that on the radio. We'll do commercials and ads and live mentions and Facebook, and we'll send it to our e-list, which is over 10,000 on that e-list. And we'll try to get your crowd out there. And won't charge you for the advertising and all that. We'll just do that because you're having that benefit to support us. So that's one way that we can support you in doing that. If you want to consider doing that, would you be kind enough to just call me and we'll talk about it? Or you can go to, like I said, to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the talent agency button, fill out the form, and we'll communicate that way. Or you can call 615-218-0517. Now, We've it's not that it's been a horrific afternoon, but it's not what it's got to be. It's got to turn around. It's got to turn around now for the Share-a-thon. We are $200 away from getting the $500 matched to turn it into $1,000. We're $200 away from putting $1,000 in the bank, gang. And I can't get anybody to stand up with me and do that. Pray about it. If the Lord changes your mind and you'll help us, simply go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the Donate Now button, and put in whatever amount that you want to do to get us close to that 200, which turns into $1,000 for us, and we'll put that in the bank. And then I want to announce, I'm bug-eyed. I think, if I recall correctly, this is the biggest matching donation we've ever had since the station started. And I want to announce it, and I want people to get engaged, and let's make this thing happen, because it will definitely get us over a hump, and it will bless us for this summer. And that is greatly needed right now. So you can call, and we'll help you do the donation over the phone too at 615-218-0517, 615-218-0517. All right. If you're not on Facebook, you might want to go do that now, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the inspirations live in the studio with me, with us. And we're going to go back, and I want to have them do, what was the last song that they did? Swing Wide the Gates? Was that the last one? Do you remember? I think it was. I want to have them do On the Sunny Banks. I want to have them do On the Sunny Banks of Sweet Deliverance. And if you want to watch them as well as hear them sing, go to facebook.com and type in Live with Les right now. And here in about 30 seconds, I'm going to hit the play button, and here we go. We're going to go live into the studio, and they're going to sing that song. But I'm going to give you a few more seconds to get to that Facebook page right there. And while you're doing that, we need somebody to stand up and say, Brother Les, we're going to get you over this hump. We're going to get that 500 match, turn it into 1,000. Then we want to hear about what God's doing with this big match that's coming up. Somebody stand up and do it right now, please. RealSouthernGospel.com. Click on the Donate Now button. It'll go into our email. I'll see it. I'll announce it right out of the gate real quick, and we'll get on and go to this big match. Or you can call us at 615-218-0517. Now, okay, are you on Facebook? Live with Les? You want to not only hear but see the inspirations? Here we go.
This is the way Martin played it back in the early days, right here. On the sunny banks of sweet deliverance, happy freedom land, my immortal home. I'm going there to live when life is over on the sunny banks of my home, sweet home. There's a land where death can never enter, no lonely graves on the hills of God. I'll walk by waters clear and peaceful, where wicked men shall never trod. On the sunny banks of sweet deliverance, happy freedom land, my immortal home. I'm going there to live when life is over on the sunny banks of my home, sweet home. There's a valley green where the warm winds whisper and my master smiles as the children play. All sorrow sunny banks
Sunny
of my home sweet home.
Those boys are getting it done. On the Sunny Banks, live in the studio here with your old buddy Les, Real Southern Gospel Radio. Did you enjoy that? Let me see if we got any comments up here on the old Facebook. I don't think we do. We've got a bunch of people watching here, but nobody's commenting. Hey, Nicholas, how you doing, buddy? Mark and Janine or Joanne, is it? I can't read it. What's Mark Dubell's wife's name? Janine? Okay. Good to see you. And thank you for saying that. Thank you for what I do. Well, thank you for what you do. We played y'all just a while ago. We sure did on Real Southern Gospel Radio. Did y'all like the inspirations there? Those boys are getting it done, aren't they? Man, I'm telling you, they are forevermore a blessing. Well, we're still trying to get that $200. We've got some money coming in here. It's not the 200, but by golly, it's getting us closer, and we need that, and I'm pumped about it. And we'll announce that as soon as we get that printed off. Somebody said, Alita Coleman saying, love the inspirations. Yeah, man. I tell you what, if you want to donate to the station now, anybody that's listening that loved that, loved the inspirations, we're giving them the radio station the month of April to thank them for 60 years of music and ministry. The inspirations will take over April on Real Southern Gospel Radio. And so if you want to honor them with a donation to the station, which, by the way, they are totally fine with. Matter of fact, go ahead and get that piece up again from Luke. We'll let Luke talk in his own mind. His own words, mind. I've lost mine. Oh, yeah. We'll let Luke tell you in his own words about Real Southern Gospel music, Real Southern Gospel radio station, and your old buddy Les, in his own words, not me. And if you want to donate in honor of the inspirations, if you go to realsoutherngospel.com and click on the Donate Now button, there's a note there that you can use. A note that you can use and type in what you want said in honor of the inspirations. I'll announce it on the air, and I'll make sure that they see it. I'll get them a copy of it as well on top of all that. So if you want to do that, go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the Donate Now button, and do that, and then type in what you want to hear. Okay. What you want to hear. Y'all do this 12 hours a day for 2 days and see what comes out of your mouth. It's all I'm saying. Good luck with that. You can put in the amount that you want to put in, and you can say what you want to say in the note there in support of the inspirations. Okay. Or you can also call us. We'll do it over the phone, 615-218-0517. Now, Luke, let's play Luke. Here's Luke of the inspirations in his own words. Here you go.
Share-a-thon Week is your opportunity to support real Southern Gospel music. And if you love Southern Gospel music and you want to listen to Southern Gospel music, you might as well listen to the Real Church. That's what Les Butler and Real Southern Gospel is playing.
See? That's not me saying it. That's Luke of the inspirations. Very supportive of what we do, very supportive of the radio station, and want you to support it. And so you can do that right now. Want to thank Miss Brandy for the church. Boy, we're getting, I appreciate the church, man. Our Middle Tennessee Baptist Church, where I go, they have been very supportive, both as a church leadership, our pastor, assistant pastor, and many of the membership. Man, I am blessed. They are so supportive of what we're doing here, and all I can say is thank you, and a million times over, thank you. Brandy Stoner, Murfreesboro, thank you. The $20 donation, and buddy, it's needed, it's appreciated. And now we're $180 away from that match of $500 from our pastor. Speaking of matching, matching our pastor, what about that? Brother Tony and Sister Tracy his wife. And if we get $180 more, that's $1,000 because of the match that we're going to put into the coffers. And we're going to go on then to our big old match. Boy, I'm pumped. I want to end strong on these last 3.5 hours here at Real Southern Gospel Radio and this share-a-thon. And I'll be on in the morning from 9 to noon to talk to the weekenders because they need to support the station as well. So, but I want to end this one strong this afternoon with this big match. Man, I want to do that so badly. And with the Lord's help, we will pray about that. Pray that God just puts it on the hearts of people and that we get to do this big match because that will be a lot of funding for the station that is so greatly needed. So please pray between now and 7 o'clock that the Lord will just put it on the hearts and make it happen. Okay. And here's how you can help. Go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the donate now button, or call us at 615-218-0517. What's next? Can't go wrong with the Primitive Quartet. Can't go wrong with this. Our choir does this one. And by the way, I am. And if you're a child of God, you are on the winning side. Primitive Quartet here on Real Southern Gospel Radio. Hello, Dee. Hello, Alita. Good to see you all. Come on, Norman, sing it, buddy.
I got some stuff going now.
Yes, Mark Fuller, memory of Ron. Well, when I interviewed the boys the other day, that you'll hear all this in April when they take over the station. But Ron Hutchins was the name that came up, I think, from everybody as their favorite lead singer with the Inspirations, or maybe their favorite inspiration singer or something. But his name just kept coming up from those young men. They love them some Ronnie Hutchins. That's what I'm saying. Yes, sir, Rebob.
In the morning when the Lord shall call me, I want to be ready to go.
Well, there's some old time cooks.
What time in heaven when I lay these burdens down? What time in heaven when I put on the crown? Everybody shouting glory, hallelujah, when I leave this sinful ground. What time in heaven when I put on the robe and crown?
Hey, gang, on Facebook, we're going to be bringing the inspirations back on here in a little bit, but I'm going to bail until that happens. Keep listening to the station, and we'll be back on Live with Les on Facebook and the inspirations again here in, I'd say about a half hour or so. So stay tuned.